Thomas DeLauer finally made a fat fasting video. Welcome to the party, motherfucker. It's a nice, beautiful day to be in the woods. And shit. Mosquitoes are gonna love my ass. As many of you know, I practice fat fasting. I made some fat fasting videos over a year ago. I've done wilderness fasts that involve fat fasting. I incorporate fat fasting on a daily basis because I put fat in my coffee every morning. And I've been practicing a long time. And today on my feed, I noticed that Thomas DeLauer is putting out a fat fasting video. Don't worry, I'm not bitter that he's way more successful at YouTube than I am. I'm sure he's earned it. 100%. Yeah, absolutely. But in the meantime, this isn't the first time I've had this feeling where I feel like Thomas DeLauer is scouting. This is my tinfoil hat shit. I'm not saying this is true. I'm just saying I'm wondering. Because I've seen this before. But if you search fat fasting on YouTube, I actually rank. I pop up on the first page, at least for when I search, which is weird because it's my own fucking video. But I do pop up and I show up in the recommended when you look at other people's fat fasting videos. And basically, you know, I feel like I'm one of the few people that have talked about it. I didn't invent it or anything like that. I originally found out about it while reading New Atkins for a New You. There's a section, I do believe, that was originally kind of promoted by Atkins back in the old Atkins diet. And it was used as a tool to break plateaus. And then what I did is I combined that with the science of fasting mimicking diet by Walter Longo, which is mostly plant-based, but still close enough. You know, and I kind of came to my own. I did a self-experiment or two where I did some long fat fasts and found that I had virtually the same results with a fat fast as I did with a water fast. In fact, I'd say I have better results because after about 4 or 5 days, I didn't have a metabolic drop. Why? Because not only is it kickstarting your ketosis, because it's encouraging, you know, by taking in nothing but fat, your liver's kind of saying, hey, well, I got to do something with all this fat, and it starts producing ketones and so on and so forth. So it's a great way to throw some fuel in the fat burning fire. So, you know, it's kind of good that I see he's promoting it now to a larger audience that I'll ever reach. At the same time, I get a little fucking bitter about it. But what can you do, you know? And I'm at Beaver Lake. It's one of my spots that I pimp around at. It's completely blown out in the background because I'm a shitty fucking videographer. And my face is blown out now. Yay. So, you know, I thought I'd do a video kind of going over what I've been doing with fat fasting since a year ago. It should be recommended in the videos, hopefully, right underneath Thomas DeLauer's fucking video. Mosquitoes aren't fat fasting today. Basically what fat fasting is you consume nothing but fat that day. Fat, water, coffee. I generally put heavy cream is my fat source. It goes in my coffee, and because I drink shit tons of coffee, I get anywhere from 6 to maybe 700 calories of fat on a fat fasting day. And what this results in is it doesn't spike your insulin, so that's pretty much the big gist of it. But the other thing it does is it prevents that metabolism drop. Your metabolism ramps up either way the first 3 days, but after day 4, day 5, somewhere in that area, on a water fast, your metabolism's going to drop. You're going to get colder. You're going to feel a lot less energy. You could get lightheaded. There's a number of symptoms that you're going to run into that far into a water fast. Whereas a fat fast, even day 7, I wasn't having issues with a fat fast. And you don't need to be strict about it either. You can sprinkle these shorter duration fat fasts in with a regular ketogenic diet and get weight loss results. Now, I'm not trying to lose weight. It's become so natural to me to just have my coffee with my fat in it in the morning. And lo and behold, I don't spike my insulin, I don't gain any weight, and I get ketogenic ratios of fat to protein for the day because all I'm doing in the morning is consuming fat. And you want a 2-to-1 or 3-to-1 ratio of fat to protein when you do a ketogenic diet. The hell? Reading treasure hunt. You found it, great job. Take a seat and enjoy reading these 3 treasures. Put the books back in the box. With the lid closed tightly, return the box under the bench for the next person to find. Remember, come back when we change our clues. What the hell's going on here? People leaving books and shit out in nature. Fucking mosquitoes are on fire today. We got Busy Little Beaver. Kid's book, looks like. And we got The Raft. For when you want to escape all the fucking mosquitoes. Nice. Reading level 1. I have a feeling this is for kids. Put the Harry back here. I've become a little more advanced in my reading now. I read audiobooks. Fat fasting has a lot of benefits in that it's easier to do than a water fast. It's definitely more sustainable for intermittent fasting if you struggle to get through 1 meal a day. Most people don't, though, generally on a ketogenic diet. But it's mainly a good tool for doing a longer fast, and while you might not get all the autophagy benefits, you will definitely mitigate the metabolic drop. Now, still, if you do a long enough fat fast, your metabolism will eventually drop if your body fat levels are low. If you got lots of body fat, you're not going to burn fat while you eat the fat, but then you're in fat burning mode. After that runs out, you'll immediately switch to your own body fat and continue to lose weight. So it's a good strategy to do a long fast like that, and get it's like putting a bunch of fuel in a fire, and then you let it burn down, and then you got these hot coals that are left over that'll allow you to pretty much continue to burn your own body fat and not hit that metabolic drop, because you're less likely for your brain to sense a leptin drop, because you've got calories coming in. Your hormones will take it as you have food available. But a long period of time, because you're still doing a low calorie diet, as your body fat drops, your leptin levels are going to start to drop, and your brain will pick up on that. But it could take 20 days, 10 days, 15 days before you start to get a drop in metabolism. And it also, exercise will accelerate a metabolic drop while fat fasting as well. These are all things that aren't getting mentioned that I kind of learned about over the year that I've been doing the fat fasting part of it anyway, that they're kind of not saying, that isn't written in that book, that nobody's studying this shit. Nobody's saying, hey, let's just have some fat and nothing else. And it's not a, long-term strategy. It's an intermittent fasting strategy. So kudos to Thomas DeLauer for joining the fat fasting party, and I honestly hope he reaches a wider audience with this, because people today need as many fucking tools in their toolbox to lose fat as they can get. So try fat fasting. If you're struggling with water fasting or IF, fat fasting is a great crutch, and I use it. There's no shame in doing it. You're not less of an intermittent faster if you do a fat fast as opposed to a fucking water fast. Water fasting has additional healing benefits, but fat fasting, if you're looking to lose weight and you're struggling with the long fasts, or you have electrolyte issues or hydration issues, because you do get better hydration through a fat fast, and you're less likely to have to worry about a water fast. But it is important. You do not eat any protein during a fat fast if you want this benefit. Protein will knock you right the fuck out of it, because you're going to get a big insulin spike. So you carnivores out there, you try and throw some red meat in the mix, you're essentially eating that day, and then you'll be in low calorie mode, because you will get a little bit of extra blood sugar from the protein as you convert it to sugar. And you will experience more hunger if you get protein in the mix, and you will lose the benefits of slowing the drop in metabolism over time. So you definitely want to avoid protein and carbs. All your calories in this protocol should generally come from fat. You can throw protein in, but you are going to essentially just be on a low-calorie diet at that point and reap very little of the benefits of fasting, and you will almost certainly drop your metabolism over the course of 4 or 5 days if you don't just stick to fat. So that's my thoughts on that. And you also got to be a little careful with bone broth, because sometimes you can get a few grams of protein in there. But to be fair, the fasting mimicking diet does allow for a couple of grams of protein, but I've tried it both ways, where you just do pure fat, or when you just have a little bit of protein, like a little meal, like we're talking 2, maybe 4 grams of protein total along with your fat. And it just doesn't work. It makes you more hungry, and it'll eventually fuck your metabolism up. Now we're going to talk about a few other things. That is about roughly what a short video for me would look like. You didn't get a whole lot of information out of it. But I figured I would give it a shot, since that's what you guys have been kind of saying you want. So let me know in the comments, is that the kind of videos you want? Because that was a hell of a lot easier producing some of these long form podcasts I do. I have a funny feeling the answer is going to be no for the majority of people, but who knows? Let me know in the comments, and so on and so forth. I don't know if you've been noticing, but the live streams have been being more of a successful endeavor for me going on, so they will definitely continue to be in my arsenal on DLive, despite the growing pains of DLive. As for those of you that have trouble on DLive, I am putting replays on ScottTheTruckDriver.com. They'll be in the subscriber lounge, and all you need to do is just subscribe to ScottTheTruckDriver.com. Doesn't cost anything, and you get access to the replays to download, or even to stream directly from Google Drive. So that'll be something that's available to you there. But I am enjoying hanging out, doing different forms of content. And I want to keep doing that. And as I said in the previous video, that is something that I believe will reach new people if one of those videos takes off. You know, I've even tossed around the idea of talking about mainstream topics just to get in on whatever the fucking trends are, and maybe rope people in to the rest of my channel to participate in the rest of this content. So that's why I want to be a variety channel. And it's all related in health and lifestyle. So I hope I got that point across with yesterday's video, but I just wanted to reiterate it today in this video. Mainly I wanted to film this video because I wanted to get the fuck out of that little room that I've been crammed up in. So I want to thank all the sponsors. There is a sponsor thank you page with which you can track how many videos are coming out, not only this week but next week, but it's to save you a little time. For now, we're at 5 videos this week, 5 videos next week. And then whatever comes in next week will go towards the following week's videos. And that's kind of how I got that set up. So I hope you go to ScottTheTruckDriver.com and leave a tip in the virtual fucking tip jar. And I'm way out of shape. Like, I'm holding this fucking camera out and it feels like it weighs 50 pounds. Sitting in a room all day definitely causes your muscles to atrophy. It's also dark as fuck. It's like, well, you can't really tell there, but it feels like it wants to storm. But I need to get out here and, you know, carry a little pack weight and do some shit. So, yeah. Nature. I need to get out more. I do. Every time I fucking get out of that room, the fucking weather goes to shit. Like, it wants to thunderstorm right now. That's why it's so fucking dark here. No, I just can't win. Can't fucking win. I want to go see what the fuck that is over there. Let's go take a look. It's like shelter building and shit. Let me see if my survivalist would be pleased with spending some time in this shelter. Let's get some little rocks and shit. We got a little fire pit. You know, I got through my whole 7-day vacation without using bug spray. But the mosquitoes here are making me consider spraying chemicals all over myself that are designed to kill living things, and hope that I'm just somehow got like a superpowered immunity to the shit. Why is this fence here? I'm going around it. There's another trail over there. And shit. I'm too self-conscious to do it while someone's over there. I wonder if these mushrooms will give you them spiritual experiences that Bobby's Perspective always talks about. Well, I think that's it for today's video. Please like and subscribe for more shit. And I'll make more shit. That's if I don't die of malaria or whatever the fuck these mosquitoes are doing to me. Head to ScottTheTruckDriver.com if you found this video helpful in any way, shape, or form. And leave a tip in the virtual fucking tip jar. And I'll make more fucking videos. $20 generally adds an additional video every week. But if nobody gives me shit, you'll still get videos. It just takes longer, that's all. And given the amount of content I just put out this week, you got plenty of time plenty of stuff to watch from me for the time being. I love that whole like ferns and greenery there. That just looks fucking peaceful as shit. Of course, there's probably some flesh-eating bacteria in there somewhere, and some fucking glyphosate, and who knows what else. Now, if there's glyphosate, it'd be dead. Mosquitoes make my mangina hurt. See, I used the politically correct term this time. You guys corrected me. Because here on ScottTheTruckDriver, we're all about fucking political correctness and shit. I won't say anything fucking offensive ever to normal people. I feel like I should be heading the other way. See, this is what happens when you just randomly jump from another trail. I feel like I'm going the wrong way. I didn't run my all trails too. Maybe I'm gonna disappear at Beaver Lake Nature Center. No one's ever gone missing here. I would be the first. It's very swampy. But remember, I'm not a fucking expert. I'm just a fucking asshole. Please like and subscribe. Oh, I already said that. It's because all these ketones got my brain fucked up. I should probably go vegan. Look at this nice, beautiful swamp. Doesn't it make you want to get out in nature? I feel like I'm still going the wrong way. What's this little arrow say? Hemlock Hollow Trail, huh? Yeah.